Hey guys, it's Pop. Let's check out this video on how to abseil or rappel. Something I've always been interested in learning about.
We're at the ab station, so what we need to do now is
looks kind of dangerous, but I'm sure they'll teach us how to do it safely.
That we've made, and we've got these onto the abseil station here, and we've got a may on here to pass our ropes through, and the ropes are ready to go. What we need to do though is, at the moment we're still tied in from climbing up, so because we're safe on the lanyard we can untie from the ropes.
Okay.
Great. So if you untie yours and just drop them where you are.
Okay.
And then we'll do mine after and get them through.
Very important to have those knots tied correctly.
So that's your ends free.
I'd be kind of dizzy up there.
I'll take my ends off and we'll pass
But I guess you just don't look down.
Together to abseil them. It's quite important not for you, two people to both untie at the same time and just drop your ropes. It's a really horrible situation if you just drop your ropes at the top of the crag and
don't want to fall. Nope.
So you just hold that a sec. So
Okay.
I just fed the blue end through there. Just untie from my red one as well. So with my two ends of the rope, we fed one end through them. Now pull them both together so you can see the blue's running through there. Take about 3 foot and then tie in the ends here a single overhand knot.
Okay.
Like this. And what you want to do with this knot is make sure it's really, really well dressed. So a well dressed knot means you've got no twists in it and it's nice and tight.
Looks
So
pretty
pull
safe.
the strand to make sure it's nice and tight. And I want these tails to be about 2 foot long. I don't want them any shorter and I don't want them loads longer either because it causes trouble. Okay, so now
We don't want
we've got
trouble.
the ropes fed through here. So you can see that when we need to pull them down, they'll run through. When we need to pull them down, we pull on the red rope.
Okay.
Because that will come through. If we pull on the wrong one, it jams.
Okay.
So that's ready for us to go. So what I tend to do now is to make sure that my ropes are free of any snags or any damage or anything. It's like a final check before I abseil, and also to get them all stacked up ready to lob them down the crag. And I tend to reflake them. Now we're just flaking the rope down onto this ledge beneath us, and as I'm doing it I'm just checking the rope one last time for any lumps or bumps or damage that might have happened.
Don't want any damage in your
We have
ropes,
just
for
climbed
sure.
them, so we should be happy that they're all right, but it's nice to check. We've got to the ends. Now our abseil is just under 50 metres. Our ropes are 50 metres, so we put a knot in the end of them. And the knot is just, it's a safety measure. So about 1 metre from the end,
safety
we
knot?
just tie an overhand knot. It's good habit just to do it every time you abseil, even if you know your ropes are long. It's a nice habit to be in, just because it's super safe. And what that does is, should you ever abseil down a route and you've not measured it properly and your ropes are shorter than your abseil, stops you abseiling off the end of your ropes. Okay, so these are ready to go down now. The way I tend to chuck them down a crag is I coil them up as if I'm coiling it up over my shoulders, but much smaller coils in my hand. Like this, from the end. I do as many as I can fit in my hand, and I'll wrap it round once.
Whoa,
Again, as if I'm going to coil
that's
it
a
up.
lot.
Pass it through, again, as if I'm going to coil it up, and I hold it like that, so I've got a bit of a rope basket. What it does is, as I chuck it, it unfurls as it goes down, and the weight of this, hopefully,
Oh,
pulls
cool.
the rope down. This is quite a slabby abseil, so it might not all go all the way down, but someone can pick it up on their way down. When I'm throwing the rope down, I have to be in
She's
touch,
going to chuck it.
because as I throw it, a bit of momentum, any toppling, and I could be heading down the crag too. So make sure you're securely attached and stood solidly. Check that there's
There we
no
go.
one beneath you.
She's going to throw it.
Sharp rope below, and then you're chucking that out as
Chuck
far
it.
out as you can. So you're looking to chuck the rope outwards, not down. Rope below! The ropes are down successfully. So we've got this ready to go. We need to get ourselves onto here, ready to abseil. What I tend to do with people when I'm abseiling is do something called a stacked abseil. A bit like when you start climbing, you do a buddy check. By doing a stacked abseil, you can do a buddy check then as well. Abseiling is common time to have an accident. So if we can check ourselves, then it just makes everyone feel a bit better. So what we do is we layer ourselves on here. So I'm going to go first. So I'm going to put myself on beneath you. How I like to abseil is I like to lark's foot a sling through my belay loop, and then I tie one knot 1/3 of the way up the sling and a second knot 2/3 of the way up. The second knot on this just gives me 2 length options for clipping into my abseil station. This one's for my belay plate. These knots are just simple overhand knots. That's it. So I'm ready to go. Put
Plenty
my
of
belay
redundant
plate
safety checks.
through there, so it's extended from my harness. Take my prusik loop, clip it onto my belay loop beneath the sling. So it looks like this here. I'm then going to take the ropes and feed them through my belay plate.
Seems like you need a lot of equipment for this.
And then my prusik loop, I'm going to slide the knot to the top so it's out of the way. And come here and wrap it around both ropes 1, 2, 3 times, and then clip the tail of my prusik back into that screw gate. And then that's it, so I'm ready to go.
Cool.
Nice.
Something you can do to check that your prusik's locking, you can pull some weight of the rope through it and drop it. Can you see my prusik holds it? So I know I've got enough wraps on my prusik loop. In a minute I'm going to get you on. I just want to show you, while it still looks nice and simple, how I set off for abseiling.
Looks simple
So at the
now.
moment, I'm attached on my lanyard and I'm ready to go. What I want to do before I take my lanyard off is make sure it is redundant in my safety system. So what I want to do is snug my belay plate up, so tighten it up to the top, slide the prusik up, and can you see as I've done that, this is now loose. So
A
I've
loaded
tightened
prusik
this
avoids
and I can
contact
see
with the
that's
belay
redundant.
blade.
Yeah.
And I really want that visual check before I unclip it, because then I'm happy that everything's safe. At that point, I can then unclip this, and what you do with that is fairly up to you. What I like to do is just clip it back to there, because it's nice and tidy.
Okay.
And then I'm ready to go, so then I can abseil down.
Cool.
Cool, okay? So
Cool.
what I'm going to do is just clip myself back in, get you stacked into the system too, and then we'll abseil down.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so if you get your belay plate, and we'll get you set up.
Belay,
Get a bit of
sorry.
slack in the system for you. So you're going to go in above me.
Oh,
Slide
okay.
it up to the top
I see.
as well to start with. Perfect. All the way up. Nice. And then you prusik. As I go down, this is going to get pulled straight, so we need to get you in line so you don't get heaved over.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to go down this way. So you
Don't
need
want
to
any
come
heaving.
across here. So just shuffle over.
That wouldn't be good.
You're ready?
I'm
So I'll go.
Okay.
When I get to the bottom, I'll shout rope free,
Mhm.
and then you can unclip your lanyard
Yeah.
and start abseiling.
Okay. Would you usually have your teeth down?
Grooves
the
up
belay?
or down?
Yeah.
So we've both got the grooves down,
Yeah.
and it gives you maximum friction going
Teeth down.
You can abseil with your belay plate the other way up. I often have it the other way up because it's less friction. I find because I'm quite light and the ropes I climb with are quite thick, I find less friction is better.
Right.
So I often have it the other way up.
Okay.
Both are okay.
Cool.
Maximum friction, less friction.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy?
That's all
Go
good.
take that off. And
All right, let's go.
just,
Looking a little
you can
windy
see
out
the
there.
Position I'm in. So I've got my top hand on my prusik, and I'm holding it down here.
Yeah.
I don't grip it really hard because then I won't go anywhere.
Okay.
So just loosely holding the prusik down. My bottom hand's down by my hip, controlling the speed I'm going. And I'm just slowly sliding that through, trying to hold that down. What you want to avoid that a lot of people do is they let it go up and then they pull it down and then they let it go up, and it's really horrible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
trying just to keep that down and just smoothly walking down.
A smooth movement.
Backwards, look
Okay.
at where I'm
Don't
going.
want to get any sharp edges.
Rope free, Claire!
Okay.
There she goes. Smooth movement.
I don't feel as smooth as I did last time.
Yeah, so we've got 2 ropes, so you've got double the friction.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Ah. Man, I would be dizzy. I would not look down.
Nice one. Yay.
It's a nice gentle walk down the side of a hill. She made it.
Yeah, lovely.
They made it look easy.
Woo, nice. How was that?
That was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Felt smooth enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look
Yeah.
super calm, so that's lovely. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so give yourself a bit more slack before you take it off. So just
Okay.
pull your prusik down.
Oh yeah.
That's it, and just makes it easier to take your belay plate off.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, and then you can take everything off from there.
Cool.
We just need to pull the ropes down. Don't pull the ropes down without taking the knots out.
Okay.
It's a massive pain. So if you forget to take the knots out, it will
Don't take the knots out.
Because you basically, if you forget to take the knots
Don't
out
forget.
and pull it down, that knot, as soon as that rope's out of reach, then it causes enormous problems. So we were pulling on red.
Okay.
So when you're pulling the rope down from the crag, what it's nice to do is step away a bit.
Yeah.
It's less likely to snag
Get the
that
red
knot.
one
So
first.
I tend to take the rope out sort of as far as is reasonable. Watch what's behind you so you don't step off the edge of anything, and you just start pulling down.
Wherever they are,
Once
it's very
you've
pretty
got
out
it
there.
Going, you want to try and maintain a bit of an even pace. So come in and you can take over. So if you take that and just pulling it down, that's it.
I'd be afraid it would get stuck.
Yeah, a steady pace as much as possible.
Oh, here it comes.
But these are the experts, so we leave it to them.
You can keep pulling. That's super efficient.
Rope coming down.
So coil the ropes up and we're finished.
Great.
That was it. That was a great video. I liked it.
The next thing we're going to do is multi-pitch. So we're going to go and second some multi-pitch routes. So I'll
Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And we'll see you guys in the next one.